You are welcome to my channel. This is just to let you know that making definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis is possible, though might be a little bit difficult, but it is achievable. The hallmark of infective endocarditis will be inflammatory changes in the valvular tissue at the site of attachment of vegetation. The full definition of vegetation could be found here if you click on this variant. Fever will also continue as long as there is bacteremia. Generally, for anyone that is trying to make definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis, it is going to be paramount to know the culprit. Then the diagnosis will take us through three major areas. Clinically, you can follow the history, signs and symptoms, physical examination, and go through the risk factors. You add to lab microbiology and rule out myocardial infarction, the cardiac enzymes. Can embark on radiological investigation using echo or cardiac CT or other investigations as the case may be. For full information, you can click on this very link. Then, we will do more on modified Duke criteria. For modified Duke criteria, here's the link. That will take you through the pathologic or clinical criteria, minor or major. Definitive diagnosis with pathologic is possible. Click on this very link, please, to take you through full modified Duke criteria. Here will be battling with histology. Remember, it's pathologic, right? If histology is positive for infective endocarditis using vegetation or intracardiac abscess or microbes is positive for the specific organisms responsible for infective endocarditis using vegetation or intracardiac abscess, you'll be fine. Still, under modified Duke criteria, if you click on this and you understand better, clinically, history, physical examination, in addition to the laboratory radiological investigations, will guide us to make clinical diagnosis using modified Duke criteria. This link will provide more explanation. Getting definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis will make use of echo. Now, transthoracic, transesophageal. We're looking for vegetation. Definition will be given. We're looking for possible intracardiac abscess, prosthetic valve dehiscency, or new valvular regurgitation. Echo will help us, and the link provided will give you further explanation. We can get down to the culprit, the microorganism responsible, through blood culture if it's positive, vegetation if it's positive, or intracardiac abscess if it is positive. Now, using modified Duke criteria, clinically you can say definitively that this is infective endocarditis when you're able to pick two major criteria. The major criteria will make use of the culture form, microorganism, and echo. If you're unable to get two major criteria, but you have one major criterion with three minor criteria, you can make definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis. Also, you can make the definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis with 5 minor criteria. It will become probable, not definitive, if you are finding only one major criterion with one minor criterion, or you have 3 minor criteria. For further explanation on that, you can click on this link. It is possible after you've done everything that you arrive at the conclusion that it is not infective endocarditis. You get full explanation here, but just briefly, when the criteria for Duke modified criteria is not met, or you have alternative diagnosis or clinical features are resolving within few days, or the pathological evidence of infective endocarditis is not peaked after death. I mean, at autopsy or postmortem, then you know it is not infective endocarditis. But for further explanation, click on this video link. With that, I've come to the end of this short presentation to guide you through how to make definitive diagnosis of infective endocarditis. For more information, for detailed explanation, you can click on this video link. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it.